but probably 5:45. Sorry, we were over at another committee at Little Prairie, so I got over here a little late, so my apologies. Thanks for coming tonight for the Distinguished Artists program. One of my favorite board meetings, and I know it is for the board too, to recognize these fine young students and their creativity and what they bring to our local businesses and to our community. So they definitely deserve a just total recognition tonight, and a warm recognition and clapping and everything else. So I can't thank them enough for everything. If you're unfamiliar with the Distinguished Artist Program, really quick, and I apologize, I'm like out of breath running over here. So I need to do some exercise. With the Distinguished Artist Program, what it is obviously the students have their pieces selected by judges. And with those, if they have their piece selected by the judges, then our local businesses and individuals within our community offer to have that displayed in their business or organization for up to 3 years. And then each individual student receives a monetary value check for that. And so I just think that's a wonderful way of having their creativity displayed in your business, your organization. We have them in our district office, and it's so great. And also they get a little recognition for obviously the work they've done, and then they get their piece returned to them, which is just as important, I'm sure, to them. None of this would be possible, first and foremost, without the students. So let's make sure that we give them a warm greeting tonight and thank you for every one of them when they show their display. Due to the fact without their creativity and work, it would never be done. But also the local businesses and organizations. If we didn't have your support, this would not be possible. And then finally is our wonderful teaching staff. Ms. Lori Pauls, Ms. Rhonda Augustiniak, and Ms. Jennifer Arpin. They do an incredible job facilitating the arts programs in our district. And obviously, this night wouldn't be possible without them leading it. So thank you so much. Finally, I want to thank from Quality Customs Framing, Ms. Sue Budzine. Please thank her for, again, doing all the things. It wouldn't be possible without this, Sue, so thank you. With that being said, you've heard me plenty enough. I will have Lori and Jennifer introduce the students. If the students, when you come up, I know it's probably not a thrill for you to do, but if you could maybe even just talk about your piece a little bit. I think everybody loves to know kind of what went into it. That would be great. Thank you.
So the first one award recipient is Margot Damsky, and her sponsor is the East Troy Board of Koskinen Eye Clinic. Is Koskinen Eye Clinic? Okay, come on up. And so grab your work over there. So each artist will pick up their work and present it to the business owner. So you come around here.
All right. A little bit about this piece is that this was a school project that I did about however many months ago. So for the project, I had to do a combination of two artists. I did Da Vinci and Monet, since they have very contrasting art styles. Da Vinci, if you see his work, he's very sketchy. He's very sketchy, as I said. And then Monet, he's very artistic and colorful and all that. So I thought it would be amazing to do the difference between them, and that's what I did. And I really enjoyed doing Monet's art style. It was so fun, and I feel like I learned so much learning how he painted as a famous artist did. And I have sketchy line art in general. It's like that's my art style. I'm very sketchy, so I had extra fun doing Da Vinci, since that's how I would originally draw. So that's what I did for my art.
Congratulations, thank you. Okay, the next one is Jocelyn Lasik, and her sponsor is Citizens Bank.
So we had to do a landscaping painting, and it could be water, flowers, trees, or whatever. So I chose to do a mountain one.
and it's by Bob Ross, and I'm like very inspired by him because I know he's an older artist, but he also likes to do oil paints, so that way it blends out easier. And I tried to do it, but I didn't have oil paints, so yeah, great.
And so with high school comes a lot of students who work in the evenings right after school. So this next one is Friends of the East Troy Library is sponsoring Reese Billings, the trade-off. And so if I could just say a little something about Reese's, the trade-off is the nature of the elephant to industry. He did once upon a time have a skeleton of an animal there, but it kind of migrated. So, there we go. Thank you. East Troy Tax Service, is sponsoring Georgia Woodley. And this was her abstract art, and she actually does a lot of abstract work as well as realism. So this was one of the nice pieces. Thank you. And Quality Custom Framing is sponsoring Nevaeh Bechtel. And she titled this one Poppies. And the last one, she's not here either, not our working, sponsored by Paul Neffler and Charlotte Carroll. Is Paul here? Or anybody from? Okay.
All right. Haley, why don't you come on up and grab your flower vase? Haley is going to have her artwork hanging at the East Troy Brewery. Do you have anybody from the East Troy Brewery here today?
Yep.
Want to talk about it at all? You want me to tell you what we did? You pop in if you want to. So we worked at this piece over a long period of time. They did the vase first, and then did we do the leaves first? Maybe.
Yeah.
We did the leaves first, and then we did the vase, and then I found some flowers in the storeroom, and then we stamped it all with the little stampers. So it took a long time to finish, but the kindergartners persevered, and this is just beautiful. So nice work. Would you like to get it? And then Nora Zinkern, come on up and grab your jellyfish. Her work is going to go to the East Troy School District. Love the purple mat. How do you like it? Think it looks great? Can you hold it up? Awesome. Do you want to say anything about it?
It was an underwater project, and it had to have colorful on it.
Yeah, and she did some really cool like splashing on there, which turned out really awesome. Great. And then I'll give you this.
You'll get that back. The check.
And then Chance Spring, why don't you come on up and grab your jellyfish, both fourth graders. And this also goes to the East Troy School District.
We had to make the jellyfish. We had to start with the pastels or cream,
Yep, that's right.
and going with the paint and the water.
Yeah, you got it. That's right, you remember. And we drew for accuracy in this case, and they did a really nice job looking at that example and trying to make it look like a real jellyfish, so really nicely done.
So Friends of East Troy Library is sponsoring Angelita Wallerton. Is she Angelita here? Okay. Oh, watercolor hands. So I'll just mention a little about this. Angelita is immensely talented. Being a middle school student, she's already drawing hands to her portion, and so we're really impressed with her work. Brogan Woodson is being sponsored by Allen Integrated Control Systems.
This is my artwork. It was a multimedia school project.
Billy Dussing is sponsored by Paul Neffler. And he was one that couldn't make it.
Okay. So, this is kind of, we had to like look at 3D objects and try to make them, I guess. And I don't know, there's just always something that was kind of missing in it. So I was kind of going back and forth. My art teacher, Miss Augustiniak, kept like bringing it back. She's like, does this look good now? Like, what can you change? I'm like, something's missing, but I don't know really.
You did a great job.
Oh, thank you.
And Michael Fields Agricultural Institute is sponsoring Joey Hansen. That up and tell us about it.
I'm an outdoorsman, so I was I was inspired to do an outdoors theme print. That's it. I have no idea.
But you cut into something?
Yeah.
So really, this, you have to know, since Ms. Hayes not here, he cut this out of like a piece of linoleum, you might remember, and then put ink over it, and then pulled the print from that. So it's a really tricky process, and for a middle schooler to get that result is really fantastic. So just to point out.
Kiwanis Club of Greater East Troy is sponsoring Alyssa Shower. I said that right? Okay. Is there anybody from Kiwanis here? Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
So my artwork was inspired by all of the places that I visit, and you've taken most of these pictures, and the stars on here are some places that I visited in Wisconsin, and yeah, so it's just based around Wisconsin places and outdoors.
That's cool. And Plymouth Tube is sponsoring Samantha Holly. Is she not here? This goes this way. So this is a watercolor and ink by Samantha Holly. We got everybody. Okay, so we're all going to just meet out in the hallway down here for the business owners and the students. We're going to meet down there for a photograph.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.